career consultant with Career Analysts. I'm going to talk to you today about how to get into various careers. This is how to become an accountant. There are many different types of accountant. Chartered accountants enter into a training contract with an employer, very often in professional practice, but sometimes actually with businesses. They are the accountants who will come in and audit or validate or rubber stamp the accounts of companies. There is also the Chartered Certified Accountant route, where you're not actually tied into a training contract, but where you would be doing very similar work, looking at financial systems and processes, and perhaps less involved with auditing as with the chartered accountancy. Public and finance accountancy is again very similar. Mostly one would be working for a public sector organisation, but sometimes one might be working for a professional practice or one of the big accountancy firms and specialising in public finance. They would be not only looking at ensuring that the company runs the public sector organisation makes best use of public funds, but they may also be looking at various projects and ways of financing, for example, the building of a new hospital. Management accountants are much more involved in the broader running of the business. They're looking at the marketing strategy and how to fund that, and they're also looking at financial control and using money from here over there to fund a certain project or an aspect of the business. So they are very much more seen as business partners, working alongside the other human resource, marketing, IT, etc. divisions. Management accounting can be quite routine in that one will have end of month returns, end of year returns that are quite cyclical, but equally chartered accountant can have its routine element of being very oriented towards auditing in the first few years. All accountancy qualifications are very valuable in providing a good solid base for a career, be it in a business or a public sector organisation. It's a very solid foundation, and a lot of people will use it to as a sort of stepping stone for moving up and onwards. So people who start in chartered accountancy may well then specialise further in forensic accounting or insolvency or corporate finance, but equally they might move internally with an organisation and then move up in as financial directors or operational directors, and even eventually become the CEO of a company. Accountancy is a field where formal professional qualifications are very important. There's huge competition for places, particularly with the Big Four. Not only are they now asking for people with solid 2-1 honours degrees, but they're also insist on at least 280 UCAS points and no end of other evidence of academic prowess. Once into a job, and it is important to A, apply very early in the final year of a degree course, and B, make sure that during the holidays you're spending time on internships and getting sort of various sort of relevant work experience. Once into the job, you then have a good 3 years of formal study, on top of your heavy workload to get the professional accountancy qualifications. many of the big four accountancy firms will also ask you to leave if you fail your examinations, and you will then be either rethinking your career or having to find another training contract. It is possible to train on the job without a degree. Most people entering at a lower level would start with the Association of Accounting Technicians qualifications, and they would, having gained that, then progress further and study for the relevant, whether it be public finance, chartered accountancy or management accountancy, etc. They would then move on and study for those qualifications subsequently. Accountants clearly need to be very numerate, analytical, careful attention to detail, but increasingly it's the people with the people skills that are promoted most rapidly. You need to have honesty and integrity too, and a very professional manner, and you need to be prepared to give a lot of time and energy not only to the work in the day, perhaps travelling and spending time in different places if you're an auditor, but also studying in the evenings subsequently. So that was how to become an accountant.